going to record this?
All of them are recorded. All right, brilliant. So I have appeal number 88. The property you're appealing is 185 Ronalds Drive.
Correct.
And if you can state your name for the record.
Patrick Carrero.
Great, thank you so much. The town has your property appraised at $772,400, and you're requesting the town reduce your appraised value to $480,000. Is that correct?
Well, I never said 480,000 was the last one.
I see that you're requesting it down to 480. Is that something? Do you want to change that number?
I had written on that paper. I think it was. Wait.
Yeah, I show you're requesting 480.
All right, then that's what it is.
So that's what you're requesting. Okay. And so if you can raise your right hand for me.
Okay.
Do you solemnly swear that the information you shall give concerning the assessment appeal now in question shall be the truth, the whole truth, and nothing but the truth? So help you God.
I do.
Great. Thank you so much. If I can have you sign right here. Bear with me.
I mean, if that tape is working, there is no way that I could get $772,000 for this house. That is an absolutely ridiculous thing. The house behind me on a slightly smaller piece of property is almost a carbon copy, except where I have the added-on garage, they have an added-on garage, but a bedroom suite up above it that I don't have. Yeah. And that house sold for $625 2.5 years ago. There is no way. If I could get $772,000 for that house right now, I might just sell it right now. That is the most ridiculous thing I've ever heard.
Okay, so
so I'm glad that's on the tape.
Yeah, it's all recorded. So, and I'll present your case to the board too. So, what is it that we have going on here? So, what is your case to bring it down to 480?
Well, first of all, the externals. It's not so much the house. Nothing's been done to the house in the last 22 years.
Yep.
You know, no building permits or anything like that. The same deck was built in '94. The same shed was built 2002, whatever it was. We revamped the back room in 2004. So that was 22 years ago.
Yeah.
Nothing has been done to the house. The externals, though, about the neighborhood. The neighborhood is 70 years old now. It's not a desirable neighborhood like it was 20 years ago.
Yeah.
I was just on Black Rock Turnpike, less than half a mile from Black Rock Turnpike. Black Rock Turnpike is Fairfield's downtown now. The downtown is not here anymore.
Yeah.
It's Black Rock Turnpike. It's bumper to bumper from 2 o'clock on.
Yeah.
It's heavy traffic from 10 a.m. to 2 p.m. and then bumper to bumper after that. That's not desirable. Next. There's a brand new apartment house among these crazy apartment houses that this town is building that we don't need, and you can quote me on that for sure. Yeah. We don't need all these apartment houses. There's an apartment house that was built and completed in July that I can see now.
And it's near your house, I'm assuming.
Yes, I can look out my dining room window, look across the street, and I can see it behind my neighbor's house. Not only can I see that, I can see the hole in this guy's roof, my neighbor. He's got a revamped house, but he never did anything but the added-on garage. He's got a hole in his roof, so that's an external factor that doesn't make it a desirable neighborhood anymore. Plus Burroughs Road, which is right next to it, which is loaded with traffic all day long, you know, up and down, 1,000 cars and so on. We've had 2 houses torn down in the last 5-6 years, torn down and rebuilt.
Yeah.
There are at least 2 more that need to be. It's a 70-year-old neighborhood.
Yeah.
It is not a desirable neighborhood anymore that it was 20, 25 years ago, where people would come rushing to buy the house there, you know, and so on. It's just not that. Let's see what else I wrote here. I mean, I didn't realize I had written 480 down to 480, which was like, but I'm looking for a reduction to anything. Not, I don't know if anybody would lower it down to 480, but
Well, I would need a figure from you.
Oh, all right. Well, leave the 480 there, because 480 would mean that I'd be able to get, according to that type of a figure, somewhere in the low 600s for the house instead of 772.
So are you asking for 480 assessed value or market value?
Assessed value.
So you want to add 30% on top of that.
So
okay. So then what you're looking for?
Because assessed value is supposed to be 70% of what you can get for the house.
Yeah.
Right.
Exactly. Yeah.
So if I figure I can get maybe 600, 620, then what's the assessed value to come to before that?
624,000. Is that what you're requesting?
Yeah, something like that. That would be the assessed value.
So I need an affirmation. So you right now you're asking the town to reduce your house to $480,000. What is the figure you're asking for market value on the house?
All right.
What's the figure? Because if you're looking at if you're thinking 480,
615,000.
Okay. Okay. All right. So then, what are the cases you're making? I've jotted down the notes you already made so far, to bring us down to 615.
Well, the fact that it's an old neighborhood.
Yeah.
The fact that I haven't made any improvements on the house.
Yeah.
The fact that the traffic is and the heavy traffic all over the place doesn't make it desirable. That's for sure.
Do you have any comparable sales?
Well, as I said, just the people behind me, their house sold for $625 2.5 years ago, but they have that bedroom suite up on top of that house, and with a bathroom. That's a big plus.
Do you know the address of it so I can find it for you?
Well, I'm 185. I think they're 241. Hold on. I think that's what they're. I think.
What is it?
241 Ronald Drive.
Their last sales date was 2021. You said it was recent?
Well, I thought it was about 3 years ago. I mean, they had a baby in the last couple of years.
Yeah, we would need to look at, so when we're looking at the reassessed value, we're basing all the values in the house based on sales prices during a certain year, right? So within that year of last year, that's what we're looking for comparable sales on. So that's how we came up with your $804,900. We're looking at all the comparable sales in your area, in your house, and that's what we're estimating to be the market value based on sales history. So do you have any houses that you know have sold in the past year that are close to the 615 that are close to your house?
No, I don't. I mean, nobody has sold a house in the neighborhood in the last year that I can remember. And I just don't know. That was the last house I thought was sold, but I can't remember if any. Well, wait. Yeah, there is a house. What's it? Wait a minute. 264 Ronald Drive. See what that sold for. That sold in the last year. I don't know. I didn't think
2024.
I didn't think I'd have to come up with figures.
I mean, because you're asking the town to make an adjustment.
I'm asking the town to lower what I think I can get for this house. There's no way I can get $772 for this house. So it's overvalued to me. It's completely overvalued by at least $100,000. More, $150,000.
I mean, we have the land assessed valued at $664,900, right? I mean, yours. I mean, 772.
That's another thing about my land, right? For the years, I'm in that house 45 years I'm living in this house,
Mm-hmm.
all right? I used to get this thing, it used to say my house, that my property was .52. Now it says it's .50. When did I ever lose the .2?
What are you referring to?
The size of the property. It used to say on these things they sent me years ago, it used to say that my property was .52 of an acre. Now it says .50 all the time. I keep asking people, well, when did I lose the .2?
I show that your acreage is 21,645 square feet.
And what does that
0.5.
0.5, right? But it used to say .52. When did I lose the 2?
I mean,
was it because I'm sarcastic about this, but I always say, is it because the plow took off part of my land coming around the corner? Because I'm on the corner, over the years, and maybe I don't know.
So are you asking me to look into it to raise it to 0.52?
No, I'm not. But I'm just wondering what happened to that piece. Why my piece got smaller. Nobody can tell me that.
I mean, you can contact zoning and ask for a topoary map of your property. I mean, I'm showing it's 0.5, and it's working in your favor.
Zoning over there. I went there one time. To ask them where the pipes were underground, figuring that maybe they had from when the house was built.
Yeah.
Because my washing machine is probably the only one in the neighborhood that doesn't drain to the sewer.
Yeah. Okay.
Doesn't drain to the sewer.
Yeah. So it's septic.
It drains to a what do you call it?
A septic.
No, not septic. I don't have septic. What do you call that? They build it for the rock. The water goes down to the rock into
creek or.
No.
Well. Anyways, Patrick. I mean, what else do you have that I can present to the board with to make your case? I mean, I'm happy to make your case. Of course I am. I mean, I will make it the point that you've made. I mean, you're saying
just that the neighborhood is older, the house is older. There's no improvements on it. The property has shrunk a little bit. I'm not even sure if they assessed the correct house since I had the wrong picture on the thing that they sent me,
mm-hmm.
And so on. The externals, like now I can see of an apartment house I couldn't see before. The traffic and it's just overwhelming. All of that. You can't even take a walk anymore. You can get hit on not Black Rock Turnpike, on
mm-hmm.
Burroughs Road and so on, right?
Yeah.
I mean, it's just.
Well,
it just seems to me to be overpriced, over assessed for its location, and for everything around it. I mean, it's not what it was 20 years ago, 30 years ago. It's changed.
Yes, I mean market prices have gone up considerably in this area.
But it's changed with traffic and age and so on. I mean, these houses now, a lot of times when somebody moves out, they tear the house down.
Yeah.
I mean, what does that tell you?
Yeah.
I mean, the neighborhoods are old now. Nobody wants a 75-year-old house anymore.
Right.
I mean, unless it's
they rebuild.
Pristine,
yeah.
Yeah. So that's the way I see it.
Yeah. No, I'll certainly make your case to the board. So thank you so much for your information.
Who do you have to go to?
We all collaborate as a board. So we're the Board of Assessment Appeals. So we have 7 members that we all collaborate with, and we all take a vote and consideration on this. So I present your case to the rest of the board, including myself, which I'm on the board as well, and for consideration and vote.
Who else is on it? Anybody I know?
I'm not sure why you're asking. I mean, it's on our website. It's on our website.
Oh.
I mean, I'm co-chair. Peter Rupert's also chair. We have a couple of other members on the board who are elected in. I mean, I'll be presenting a case to the board.
Because I appealed, 5 years ago,
Okay.
and it was just with a lady here.
Yeah, and the same thing. So she presented it to the board, and I was on that board as well too. And we all take the deliberation and vote on it. And so you'll be notified of the board's decision within 7 days of when we make that decision. If it's denied, you can come back again next year. If you're granted a reduction, you can't appeal again until the next reevaluation in 4 years.
Yeah, I realize that.
If you don't agree with our decision, you can take the next steps and appeal your decision in court. Instructions on how to appear in court will be in your decision letter. All right, Patrick?
I mean, these taxes are getting to be,
Taxes are separate. We don't know the mill rate yet, and you won't get your tax bill.
Well, I realize that.
I'm only looking at your assessed value.
I realize that, but part of it is based on the assessed value too. When it comes down to the mill rate and all that, I mean.
Right, and you'll get your tax bill sometime in June.
Right. When I appealed 5 years ago, I got a reduction. It saved me a couple of $100 in taxes.
Mm-hmm.
And I was looking for savings of that too, because and then again, I didn't think the property was worth as much as they had, put on there. And confidentially, the way I see this town, the last 15 years, I think this town has gone downhill. And, in my opinion, I think it's still going downhill.
Well,
and part of it is building all those apartment houses.
Mm-hmm. I mean, we'll see, Patrick. I mean, right now the sales prices make up these. And we have a party that comes in that takes care of all the assessments, and the assessments came in, and this is what we have it at right now, and it's based on market value.
I get this phone call from this girl. She sounds like she's about 23 years old,
mm-hmm.
right? And she's got this paper in front of her. And I said to her, "There's no way I can get $772,000 or $700. I can get a big high price for this." And she's reading the 772 off the paper she's got in front of her,
Mm-hmm.
And I said to myself, I mean, she sounds like she's about 23 years old. What does she know about houses and assessments and all that kind of stuff? No, she's working for the company. We finished?
Yes, we're all set, Patrick. Thank you so much for your time today.
I was supposed to come in at 20 minutes to 11 this morning. If I had come in then, were you the one going to hear me?
I don't know.
Oh, you don't know?
Patrick, I don't know what you're implying here.
No. I was supposed to come in. I had a prior engagement in Wilton.
Okay.
And I couldn't make it, so I changed.
Yeah, it would have been with one of us board members, and then we collaborate as a board to vote on it afterwards. I present your case to the board, and then we vote.
I can't imagine what you're going to say about me.
Well, I took down all the notes.
Yeah, I know.
Yeah. I mean,
okay.
I can't make the case.
I don't know what else to tell you, really.
Yeah,
I've been thinking about it and so on, but it's certainly not the desirable neighborhood it was at one time.
Mm-hmm.
It's just, and Black Rock Turnpike. I want to tell you, you go out and I was just on it.
Yeah,
I mean, you got to wait. You got to wait 10 minutes to get through a red light to make a left turn. This is unbelievable. The traffic.
Yeah.
It's just never was like that 10 years ago. Never. But it is now. I called the zoning department one day because I live by myself.
Yeah.
An 8-room house. I live by myself, and I asked them if any of these apartment houses being built are condominiums.
Yeah.
Thinking about maybe selling a house, buy a 1-bedroom condominium. Whatever. I'm going to be 80 years old soon, and I'm still good looking. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
And I'm not like a lot of 80-year-olds.
You're active.
I'm active.
Yeah.
I play golf. I walk. I pull the cart. And so on. But I don't know. Yeah, I am very, very active. But the guy couldn't answer my question. If any of these apartment houses were condominiums, he says, I don't even know.
Yeah.
So he buzzes another guy. He says he might know. He didn't know either.
Yeah.
So I mean, all these places that they're building all these apartment houses with the the affordable housing and all that kind of stuff. I mean, why aren't they building some condominiums someplace?
Yeah, I mean,
I
live in town too, and there's 2 buildings going up now too, near me. So I get it.
Okay.
Yeah. Anyways, Patrick, thank you so much. Of course.
Thanks very much. We'll see you.
Of course. Take care.
Okay. I will find my way out.
If you just go straight ahead, you'll see the lobby.
How you doing?
Good. How you doing? Huh?
I have Eric.
Hi, how's it going? You can come on over. How's it going?
Good. Supposed to meet somebody, I think. Maybe that's you?
Me.
Oh.
I'm like, wait.
How's it going?
Nice to meet you.
Nice
Monique.
to meet you.
Just bear with me while I
Sure.
just go through a few things here.
You must be doing a lot of these.
Yeah, we have like 900 appeals. It's insane.
Well, it was such a big shift, that.
Yeah, of course. I totally get it. I'm also a resident too. My God.
Oh, you are? Yeah.
Yeah. We're all like volunteers and we're all residents in town.
Oh, that's good.
Yeah,
So
yeah.
you have some empathy inherently.
Yeah, for sure.
Take my jacket off.
Yeah, please. Good. See? Yeah, 103. All right, great. So we have appeal number 382, and the property you're appealing is 103 Hollow Tree Circle. And can you state your name for the record?
Eric Baker.
Great, thank you so much. The town had your property appraised at $1,669,500.
Yep.
And you're asking the town to reduce the appraised value to $1,352,700.
Yep.
Great. If I can have you raise your right hand.
Oh.
Do you solemnly swear that the information you shall give concerning the assessment appeal now in question shall be the truth, the whole truth, nothing but the truth? Help you God.
I do.
Thank you so much. If I can have you sign here.
Sure. That it?
Yep.
My signature is degrading to like a check mark.
Funny,
Over time, getting lazy.
I know, it's funny. I even hired a professional calligrapher to
Really?
do with my signature, and then from there on it's still gone
Really?
downhill.
Oh, that's interesting. So you were pretty serious about getting a good signature.
Yeah.
Oh, wow. That's interesting.
But it's all good. All right, so what do we have going on here?
Well, I guess I understand how the process works. There's the assessment and there's the grand list, and then there's actually going to be budgeting and the mill rate adjustments and all that. So typically I'd be like, okay, one thing's going to proportionally kind of outweigh, going to affect the other.
Yeah.
So I wasn't super concerned knowing that there's a process going on, and then when I got the assessment back, I was like, wow, it was a 124% increase.
Yeah.
And so I was like, okay, well, is that consistent with the town's increase? And I was like, well, actually, the average on the town was about 60-something%. And so I was like, well, why would the, assessment for my property be so outside, 2 standard deviations outside the mean?
Yeah.
And so I started looking kind of into the, comparisons and stuff like that to try to justify that. So I don't know if there's a steadfast rule for why my house is way outside the normal, but that I was like, okay, so if they do end up adjusting the mill rate proportionate to the average for the town, I'm still way outside of that.
Yeah.
And my taxable base is much higher, and I'm going to be paying a lot more taxes. So, why is that happening? So I know that's, maybe not the nature of this conversation. So I started digging into some comparisons to see, did other houses go up and down the same?
Brilliant.
And I was kind of still way outside of the increase, at least. So, I saw other houses that were comparable that went up 70% to 90%. And some of the examples that I pulled, I have a house around the corner from me, 320 Fleming Lane. It's got, more than a quarter more acreage. It's a 2.3 acre lot. It's got more square footage. It was built around the same time. Everything else is the same. But its value was $200,000 cheaper. And so so I looked at that and I was like, okay, so that seems cheaper. And I found a couple other examples like that where, the value versus subject was cheaper on the comparison property.
So just before we go to another property.
It would be 320 Fleming Lane.
No, I got it. So I have it showed as 2012 was the sale price?
2000 what?
12.
Oh, I'm looking at the estimated value from the town of 1.495.
Oh, you're looking at the appraised value.
Yeah.
Okay.
So you appraised, the reappraisers appraised that at 1.495 relative to what I was appraised at 1.686. And, but as far as I can tell, that I wasn't exactly sure why that was appraised so much more cheaply than my house, given that it has more acreage, more square footage, and is the same type of colonial that was built at the same time with the same amount of bedrooms and everything else. And it's not like we made any, our house hasn't had any material improvements, we haven't done any renovation, so it was, so there's some of those, I have more examples, but.
Yeah, I'm just kind of looking at one by one.
Yeah, I brought a copy of my property card too, if it's helpful, but.
No, I have it all here anyway.
Okay.
It almost looks identical too, right?
Yeah, it looks, I looked at the picture, I was like, so, I mean, I'm no expert, so I'm really just trying to make sense of it for myself.
The land is similar.
Yeah.
Between the two, but you're saying they're more because they're.
I think I'm at a 2 acre lot and they're 2.3.
Yep.
Yeah, so they've got more than a quarter acre more and more square footage as well, I believe.
Yeah. Let me just have. Okay, and so theirs that's at 1.49.
Yeah.
You're at 1.9. Okay.
So that was a good comparable, I thought. Who knows the details underneath it, but I had another example too. which is actually my neighbor.
Okay. Yep.
110 Hollow Tree Circle. Similar setup. They have less square footage. They do have, again, more acreage. And I think the balance is on the land assessment, right, versus the building assessment. So it would be weighted in that direction. Again, 110 Hollow Tree Circle.
Yep, got it.
And they were valued at 1.48.
Yeah.
So another $200,000 less. And I think, for them that constituted a 90% increase. For the 320 Fleming Lane, it was a 76% increase. So again, it's like those are kind of hugging the kind of middle of the bell curve here.
Yep.
But I'm still, way outside of it. So that was another good comparable. Again, like that's a situation where they have more acreage, but less square footage, but still very similar setup and, valued much cheaper.
Okay. Yep.
And then I had one more example that was less egregious, but still kind of directionally, which was 352 Jenny Lane. And it is, I don't know if it's like 2.3 acres, 2.3 acres, around 2 acres, but 352 Jenny Lane, more property, again, comparable bedroom, bath, et cetera, built a similar year. They have more acreage, they have less square footage, they were valued $100,000 less than where I was. I think they came in at 1,598.
Yeah. Yep.
Those ones I found. I kind of had to do a bunch of like forensic digging through the DataVision site, et cetera.
Yeah.
There's actually, I don't know if anyone's brought this in here, but there was this guy in like Dads of Fairfield Facebook group that put together this site called Parcel Miner.
Yeah.
Have you heard about that?
Yeah.
Yeah, it like maps everything out.
Yeah.
I don't know if that's made your job easier or harder, but I looked at that too. So I was trying to like kind of find, again, I'm not a real estate agent or assessor, but hopefully those are like, that's useful information.
Yeah, I mean, the biggest thing we're looking at, too, because they're all based on market value, right?
Mm-hmm.
So the biggest thing that we're comparing is sales prices.
Mm-hmm.
I mean, I can bring up, like, to the board the fact that you have assessed value comparisons, but the biggest thing is we're looking for is actual sales dates and sales prices.
Got it. Okay. Yeah, I mean, I had some examples of some sales properties. I don't know if we want to look at them.
Yeah.
But what was it? 116 Mellon Drive. I think it's sold. So a lot of these sales are pretty dated. This is like November 24. Sold for 1.4.
And that's the tough part too with the house values in this town. So it's hard to find. That's how we base all of our values is off of sale prices.
Yeah, off sales prices. Yeah, but I mean, my house. We bought our house. What was it, 2016 for like $800,000. So
right.
Yeah, I mean, I didn't look as directly at the sale price versus comparisons from an assessed perspective, because that seems to be what's relevant for the tax purposes. So yeah, I don't know how. If you want me to bring more information or something like that, I can obviously look.
I mean, what I'll do is I'll bring this up to the. I have all your notes here. I have all the three properties: 320 Fleming, 110 Hollow Tree, 352 Jennings Lane, with the less square footage, the acres, and the price differences. So I'll certainly bring that up to the board.
Yeah.
For evaluation and consideration and vote. So next steps is.
I mean, you see 1,000 of these. So like, what is your sense of like where this fits relative to the other cases that you see? Like, do I have a good leg to stand on to get a reduction? And
I mean, I can't really vouch. I mean, I can only present what you present, right, to the rest of the board. I mean, the biggest thing that we really look at is sales prices. Because we want to see, okay, if we're looking at changing the market value, where are we heading in?
Got it. Let me pull up this document because I did put to the side some sales information, and maybe it'll be relevant to pull up a property.
Yeah.
Let's see here.
And it would have to fall into the base period of when we made the assessment, so like that year.
The 2025.
Yeah.
Basically was the.
Yeah, when we made our judgments, because we make all of our values based off the sales prices between those dates.
Gotcha. Yeah. Let's see. I don't know if I saved it down or not. Okay. Yeah, I think the some of the comparable sales. Let's see, that was 2025. That's not going to help. It sold for more. March 2025, 1613. I guess that's kind of like right in the zone. Oh, that was appraisal. Sorry, the sales price. Okay, this is the one comparable. How about 40 of Victoria Court, Fairfield, Connecticut? Sold for 1.3. That was in August of 2024, though.
Yeah, I mean, you tell me.
It's not.
Because I can't make the case for you, right?
Oh, gotcha. Yeah, I mean, I don't know how much is. I mean, most of the sort of the height of the market was through that period, so I don't think there's been appreciation since then. So that's a good comparable. I think you can look at for the record, for the recording, 40 Victoria Court, similar property, square footage, colonial, 4 3-bedrooms, sold for 1.35 in August of 2024. I can maybe throw another one out there in case it's helpful. Let's see, something that's maybe two more just for the record. 116 Mellon Drive.
Well, hold on. Let me just focus on one at a time. So
I thought you were just writing down. Sorry.
No. So 40 Victoria Court.
Mm-hmm.
I mean, if that's what we're going to use as a comparison.
Mm-hmm.
So, and that sold on 8/16/24.
Yep.
What are some of the things that you believe why this closely resembles your house with the sales price?
Got it. Similar acreage, similar square footage. It's a colonial, so same, similar year. It was built in the 70s. Same bedrooms, same bathrooms. So yeah, I mean, like kind of all those normal profile things.
Okay.
Seem comparable.
Okay.
Sorry if I'm moving too fast.
Okay.
And then maybe I'll bring up one more, which is 175 Wellington Drive. This one actually sold in August of 2025 for 1.5. It was built in 1984, so it's more recent than our house. It's got 5 bedrooms, so it's bigger. It's also a colonial, and it's also on acreage. And that sold for 1.5 in August of 2025. So yeah, maybe we'll just those two are probably good. From a sales price perspective, they're probably a good comparison.
Anything else you'd like me to submit to present to the board with this?
Nope.
Okay. All right, brilliant. So I'll be presenting a petition to the majority of the board for deliberation hearing, for consideration and vote.
Mm-hmm.
You'll be notified by mail of our decision within 7 days of when we make that decision.
Mm-hmm.
If your appeal is denied, you can come back again next year. If you're granted a reduction, you can't appeal again until the next reevaluation in 4 years.
Got it.
If you don't agree with our decision, you can take the next steps and appeal your decision in court. Instruction how to appear in court will be in your decision letter.
Okay.
All right?
They did less.
Yeah, so I'll just start the recording now, and we'll take your case. So we have I'm sorry. We have assessment number 459.
459? Why is it
The appeal number.
Oh, I put here 464.
You're Martin Kelly Sanita, right?
Pardon?
What's your name?
No, I'm Maria Tomasky. You know, they had it screwed up. Take a look what it was. They send me different May I have your name?
Ronik Patel.
How is spell?
Ronek.
Ronek?
Yep.
And the other one?
Patel, Patel.
Okay.
All right, so we have appeal number 464. The property you're appealing is located at 73 Warner Hill Road.
Yes.
Can you state your name for the record?
Maria Tomasky,
Great, thanks.
73 Warner Hill Road.
And your name?
My name is Peter Ugrin.
Oh, he's just
Oh, so no.
I'm her ride. I'm her ride.
Got it.
because of my back.
Got it.
I wasn't going to
No
break
worries.
it.
No worries.
He's going to be next week
Okay.
on the 11th.
And the town has your property appraised at $1,282,600, and you're asking the town to reduce your appraised
How
value.
much they have? No. 897. I think everything is incorrect.
I have.
No.
Are we looking at market value or appraised value?
Market value, I was offered 550, and I'm lucky because the builder said they went and knocked their house. When I had it 2 years.
No, I feel that's right. $1,282,600.
No.
With the assessed value of $897,820. Yeah, that's the assessed value.
Okay, that was before, and they doubled it.
That's the assessed
Okay.
value. So are you contesting the assessed value or the appraised value?
Both. The value, if I got that,
So what
I would
number,
sell it tomorrow, today.
So what number is the $600,000? Are you looking at appraised or assessed?
No, I said I thought that it would be worth about 600,000 until the person who came in laughed because they said they lowered it to this 3 years ago, 455, because when Harriet represented, and now they went double the amount.
Well, let me show you. This is your field card. This is your field card. This is your address, right?
Let me see. I can see. Okay, yeah.
So this is the appraised value. This is what we're contesting. And it's assessed at this, which is 70% of this.
Yes.
So you're saying the house is not worth 1.2, that it is
No.
worth 600,000.
It is assessed value that they did 3 years ago. They lowered it to 455. Why would they go even 70% double?
I'm still confused. So are you saying you're asking the town to drop to $600,000, or are you asking
I'm asking the town to. I don't know what the mill rate is.
Of course, you won't know that until like June.
June. But what I want to say, when I'm coming here, they do the assessed value. The house, to sell the house itself, I got an offer of 600,000, but the builder said that my house, my own house, should be knocked down. That's only for the land because he said the house is 30,000 worth. He said if you get 20,000 for the house, my house is totally devastated.
Yeah. So that makes sense. I mean, because we have the land valued at 1.179.
No, 3 years ago they said it was worth 800,000 something. I was here in front of the board, and they did everything down.
Yeah, that may have been for the last reassessment, but it's been
Not
5 years.
reassessment. No, I haven't been here 5 years ago, if you check.
So, Maria, I'm just trying to get some clarification here.
Clarification is this, like I would speak in court. My house, to sell it with that 1 acre and a quarter, I got an offer for the whole house, 500,000.
Okay.
And they said because the house is a knockdown. The only value they see is in my property, and my property was, together with the house, assessed for 600 something. I thought they are today that we're going to do the assessed value. As you said, it's the market value. Well, the market value.
Well, that's what I'm asking you.
The market value, I can't tell you. The house is not worth it. They told me to knock it down.
So.
And the offer, the highest I got, I put is $600,000.
So, I just want to ask again, Maria, $600,000. Is this what you're saying should be the assessed value or the appraised value?
That should be appraised value the way it is now.
Okay. So we're looking to reduce the appraised value from 1.2 to 600.
To 600,000 or less.
Okay. And you're saying in the case that you're making is you got an offer for $500,000 and you rejected it.
Yes, I rejected it because it's not worth it. I have a mortgage of $1 million.
Okay. So
but that was years ago.
Okay, so what else would you like to add to your case?
My case is that the house deteriorated even more than, I think I was here 3 years ago, not 5. I had a 7-member board listening to me, and that's when they reduced it to $455. This one here, assessed value.
Okay, from the last reassessment 5 years ago.
Not quite. I don't know why I was on 5, but they
No,
did
you
it.
probably would have presented it 3 years ago, but it would have been off the reevaluation year 5 years ago.
Well, that would have been then. So it was $455.
So that's what we have for the assessed value for the last reevaluation, which was 5 years ago.
Yes. And I was
2020.
told that my house went downhill even more, should be a knockdown, and they offered me, they said $500,000 to $600,000 was a bonus offer.
Okay, so do you have, what can I present do you have the copy of the offer? Do you have the sale?
No, Baxter is in Florida. I didn't know she was. I got a hold of her yesterday. She did.
Okay.
So if you want to postpone it, I'll get the offer that I got from the builder.
This is your time. This is the only.
Well, I have it that I wanted to sell it 3 months ago. And the highest offer I got, the guy, I wanted to have it, I asked for $800,000. And he started laughing like hell. I have to go to the builder or whatever again. But he said the house, if I put it on the market, they're going to tell me to knock it down because it's in that state. And that's why I'm asking for assessor to come in like they came in last time to my house. Assessor walked in and he said, oh my God, even $455 was high.
So
I am asking to get the house reduced, the $455 revaluation and the $897.
So I looked up like the MLS and the price history in Zillow, and it doesn't show there was an offer on the house.
I have an offer by the builder.
Okay.
Yeah. Now.
So it wasn't on the public record?
No,
okay.
I didn't. I just asked because I just want to sell without paying commissions or anything that I would, because I would end up with nothing.
Okay.
The house is in extremely bad condition.
Okay.
The siding has to be done. The heating system has to be redone. It's what do you call total loss. Since my husband died, I've been 7 years alone living there as a widow, and I can't maintain the house. Everything went downhill.
Mm-hmm.
He said, if you go there, don't even count the house because it's a knockdown. Immediate.
Yeah.
5 years ago was only worth $30,000. That house, they said, if they had to. So I am asking to reduce the assessed value, and of course I would like to get as much on the market as I can. But they said no. They're laughing. Mm-hmm. I can go get it from the builder, a letter. Mm-hmm. Do you know I wanted to have windows, Anderson windows put in? I have. They said the windows are in such a huge disrepair, you can put fingers. They quoted me $106,000 to just redo all the windows in the house.
Yeah.
Sure. Mm-hmm.
I know. I mean, to look at your field card, most of the value we're looking at is in the land. So you're asking to drop the land assessment as well.
Yes,
to 600,000.
yes, because it's bad now. I just had some trees cut because I had a problem with UI.
And you're claiming it's because the house is not in good shape.
The house is in no shape, never mind bad
Right.
shape.
Right.
That's why I'm asking. I can go upstairs tomorrow and ask the assessor to come into the house. Because when he came in last time from here, from town hall, he looked and he said, "Whoa."
Yeah, and I show that there was a full interior walkthrough made with exterior
Yes.
photos, and adjustments were made for condition and lack of update.
What year was that?
2023.
2023.
For the reevaluation year in 2020.
Yes, for 23. So they evaluated, he said, the house
For
with
the
those
2020.
windows and everything, he said, is 30,000 at that time. I know the value is less now. And the land itself, I said for the whole thing, if he takes it as is, I had an offer between 5 to 6 the most.
Mm-hmm.
Because he said knock down, and trees need to be cut. Maintenance has to be done.
Yeah, I mean, I showed we have the appraised building of the value of $100,000.
Yeah, and the land and the building is 30,000. That's the date you have there. You have 26. Now I got holes. The damn mouse and rats got into the basement. I have more things chewed up that you can imagine. Have to get some traps.
So,
if I don't do something, that house, they're going to kick me out of there because that house is not going to be livable in another 2-3 years. But I'm 77.
yeah.
So it's kind of difficult to put money when your husband's dead.
No, I can understand that. What else can I add to your case to present to the board?
You can add that I had it. If they need the letter, I'll go to the builder and bring it. I also had a neighbor looking up on the hill. She lives on the hill because she was interested in their house,
Yeah.
which you're going to hear about it next week. And she said they would like to buy her girlfriend who would like to buy next door. But when they walk through and look at the house, she said the property is nice, but needs tremendous maintenance, cutting trees and maintenance. And she said, really, if I have to get it, I can pay for you no more than between 5 to 6, and that is a gift, she said 6.
Mm-hmm.
They should have somebody from town hall assessors coming into the property.
Because I mean, even the Zestimate is showing 1.3.
Pardon?
Even the Zillow's estimate is showing 1. It's at 2.3.
Because they haven't seen the house.
Yeah.
You should see the exterior of the house,
Yeah.
interior of the house, the rotten boards that have to be changed. If somebody just did drive, it's a joke.
Yeah.
I don't have anybody coming on my property looking, so I'm asking for an assessment.
What else do you want me to include?
Just the same thing as I had it 5 years ago. Nothing changed. Everything went worse.
So are you asking for what it was 5 years ago or 600,000?
I'm asking to have the whole value of the property.
We can't create the case for you, right?
No.
So you have to tell me what you
Well,
want
there is.
presented.
Looking at the neighbor's properties, looking at the maintenance, looking at the person, not only one, but two, because the builder and that one, they said the house should not go on the market for more than 500 to 6 the most, because I won't get it.
And I have that for your file, so what I can do is I'll present that to the board.
Mm-hmm. I'm
asking, is there anything else?
Not because Bosco is in Florida. She knows. You can tell her the person that was going, and they know Harriet Bosco. She's a very good appraiser, certified, special, but she's gone to the end of April.
Okay. So what I can do...
If they increase it, I won't be able to keep the house. I would have to sell it because my mortgage, this is included in my mortgage.
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
And
yeah.
Right now I'm paying $1,000 in tax, $1,040 per month.
Mm-hmm.
And I lived there since '73. I don't feel like moving.
Yeah. No, I love Southport. I'm a resident myself. I love the area. I'm the South. We all are pretty much residents. So Maria, I'll present your petition to the majority of the board members.
I thought I was going to be in front of them.
No, there's not 900 appeals. Everyone presents to one board member, and then we all vote together as a board.
Oh, okay.
So I present your case to the board.
Okay.
So
because last time I was in front of 7 of them.
Okay. So this is what we've always done. I've been on the board before. Anyways. So I'll present your petition.
The house worth, I can only go by the builder, by the people who I wanted to buy it. One is on the helper. The highest offer, I said, they didn't say only 5 or 6. They said between 5 and 6, but it probably will be in the middle, 550.
Okay.
I just don't want to sell it.
Yeah, so I put that in the notes here for your file.
Mm-hmm.
So again, I'll be presenting a petition to the majority of the
board. And if they want, I bring the letters. I'll get them because Busker is in Florida, so I'm going to go to another builder because I had an offer from the builder. They would love to get.
This is your time. Is there things that you need to add to your file? Is there notes
I need to add besides that was 5 years ago or 3 years ago that the house value went down, not up, that the house is totally deteriorated. It really has to be replaced.
Yeah.
The heating system has to be replaced.
I completely hear you on that.
And you can add all of that.
Yeah.
And the property itself is beautiful, but it needs tremendous. I call the Bartlett Company. They are very expensive. I took another company. Look, it would add about $15,000 to cut the trees to maintain the property.
Yeah.
That would take, they said, $100,000 to $200,000 will not improve the house. I would have to put about $300,000, $400,000 to make the house livable, really.
Yeah.
For others. So, where am I going if they increase it? What am I going to be paying for? A dump?
Yeah. But again, and I put that in the notes already. I already have all that here. So I'll present your case to the board for a deliberation session for consideration and vote. You'll be notified by mail of our decision within 7 days of when we make that decision.
How many? 7 days, you said?
Within 7 days of when we make that decision as a board, when we meet and deliberate. If your appeal is denied, you can come back again next year. If you're granted a reduction, you cannot appeal again until the next reevaluation in 4 years.
Well, there has to be a reduction because...
And if you don't agree with the board's decision, you can take the next steps and appeal your decision in court and then instructions on how to appeal.
The administrative judge. I'm an attorney, so...
Instructions on how to appeal in court will be in your decision letter for the recorded line.
Okay.
All right?
I'm just going to ask you the next question. Why would they go twice the number? I can't get it to my head.
Appraised values are all based off of sales prices. So if you have a comparable sales price, then I can look at that, right? I mean, we look at market value.
My house.
If you have it comparable, or if you have it in like something that you can make a case for a market sale within the evaluation year, I can look at that. But it's all based off of market value.
Well, so far no one sold around us because my neighbor was going to sell. I think he didn't get the offer. They did not sell. Down Bronson Road, somebody is going to be selling the house, but they're going to be selling it for, I think, $635 or something. Because became a widower and moving out. Mm-hmm. Nothing really moved on our hill. So I can only compare to our area. I just only can compare to what the builder told me because I wanted to have repairs done to my house. He said you couldn't begin to even afford it.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, I mean, I jotted all the notes you said for your case, and I'll present it to the board.
Mm-hmm.
All right, Maria?
Let me ask you a question. The new assessed value is $897, And here was 455 based on October. I see now reevaluation. Let me ask you, with this 897, 820, what would be the sale price? Let's say.
So that would be the 1,282,600.
Twice as much that I had an offer. Forget it.
Yeah, so that's 70% of this.
Because it's not even going to fly. Nobody will touch that what it is there now.
Yeah.
So when you said in 1 week I will know, and then I can.
No, not 1 week. When we make the deliberation sessions for our board, you'll know within 7 days of that decision. So you might not know until maybe May-ish, I would say. Before May.
Okay.
All right, Maria.
Okay.
Thanks for coming in.
I'm just curious myself. Why would they do it that high?
It's all based off sales prices.
Not the we have people well to do that, but nobody's moving.
That's how assessments are made. Assessments are made from the sales prices from a year, and they capture all the sales prices in that year, and then they evaluate all the houses from that.
Okay, so they must have gone around a little further houses, because on the hill nothing moved. I think one house sold on the hill, but that's a palace.
I know what you're talking about.
Huh?
I know which one you're talking about.
That's a palace.
Yeah. No, I'm a resident. I love
My
it.
house would take quarter of that.
I might add something. If you came over and you saw the house yourself, you would not want to pay the price that you appraised it at.
You would
not want to pay it.
And I'm not trying to.
I know you. I'm not hostile to you.
Yeah, I mean, so the house we have, the actual building cost we have on your vision card is for $100,000. The land we're looking at is 1.179.
Even 5 years ago, they evaluated the land for sale. They said $30,000 the house. That's when the assessor came from here, and he said your land wouldn't go for more than $600,000. The condition everything is in.
Yeah, I mean, again, I'll bring that up because that's what I have for you. So I'll bring it up and we'll see what the board says.
Okay.
All right.
I'm 77. I don't want to move because I can't afford to go any higher. I'm going to be retiring now completely. I've been practicing law for 42 years enough, and I'm going to be applying now for retirement. I just finished one case. I have one more, and I'm not taking any new.
Congratulations.
Thank you.
Yeah.
Been practicing for 42
Amazing.
years, and I'm going to be 78 now.
Amazing.
What?
If I could retire at 45, I would.
Yes. Yeah. You know, it was easier when my husband was alive. He was an airline pilot, 12 years military, then the 747.
Yeah.
It was okay. But then now it's me.
Yeah, of course.
My kids moved out. And this is, I pay every month mortgage, and this tax included, $2,400 a month.
Yeah, it's a lot.
Yeah.
A lot.
And with this assessment, they would raise the...
Well, you won't get your tax bill until June.
Yes, but I pay mortgage every month, and they will include it. It would double.
Yeah, I mean, but you wouldn't get your actual tax bill until we get the new grand list,
Mm-hmm.
and then we have the new grand list after we make all of our decisions.
Mm-hmm.
And then we'll have a final total. We divide that by the budget, and that'll become the mill rate.
So that's why you're waiting, no, right?
Right, because we have to go through all of our approvals, right, or denials. That's why we have all these meetings.
Okay.
So when we come up with the final figure afterwards, that's when we'll have the final mill rate.
Yeah, I was always curious, how do they determine mill rate?
They take they take all of our values, right?
Mm-hmm.
All the assessed values, right? They total it up in what's called the grand list.
Okay.
That grand list total gets divided by the town budget, and that's your mill rate. It's as simple as that.
Knowing town budgets, they always need more.
Actually, I think it stays the same. They usually stay pretty close.
Yeah?
Yeah. We demand a lot from the town budget, but it stays pretty close.
Yeah. Well,
It's the biggest part of it is getting the grand list total.
total.
Because if the grand list total is higher, then the mill rate drops, right? Because if the
Okay.
budget stays the same, then
Yes,
yeah. Yeah.
Even with my math major from college, this is complicated. And I was calculus major.
I know.
And then I became a lawyer.
Yeah, and we're all volunteers. We all do this for the board. So, I mean, we're all residents as well, so we know exactly where you're going through.
I know, everybody's suffering. But I'm looking no more on going up financially. I'm looking on retirement myself.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Don't worry.
No. Thank you.
Of course. Thank you so much, Maria.
And if you're going to need a letter from the builder, I'll bring it, because on the 11th next week, I'll be here on their house.
Yeah, I mean, all the documents you gave me and already have here is what I'll present, as well as the notes here. So this is your time.
Let's put it this way. On the paper and the area I live,
Yeah.
in reality, it's a dump.
I get it. I mean, we even did a full interior walk through the house.
Yeah.
We did that back in 2022.
Yes, and now it's 26.
Yeah.
I cannot tell you that 4 years improved it.
Yeah.
Because that's when my husband just died. Now it's 7 years.
Yeah.
Now I'm planning on retiring. And since I lived there since 1973, got married in 74,
Yeah.
it really, I can't even imagine selling and moving. I said, oh, it's a dump, but it's a my dump.
But you.
Well, you know, when people have little houses,
Yeah. Yeah.
it's much better to live in a shoebox
Yeah. I agree.
than live in a rental that's huge.
I agree.
I like it.
Same. I'm with you on that one.
No. Yeah, no, I'm sure because you're
I have a tiny house myself.
Pardon?
I have a tiny house myself.
Yeah, but it's
Tiny
nice
is
to
better.
have it.
Yeah.
It's
Yeah.
better.
So much better. So much less maintenance.
It's easier to heat,
Yeah.
everything.
Yeah.
No.
Yeah.
No. Or you see, maintenance. That's the big part.
Maintenance and cleaning.
My maintenance, it's called nothing.
Yeah.
And I have 2 brothers that help me. That's about it.
Well, that's nice of you.
And that's about it.
I think so.
Yeah.
Yeah. Okay.
Anyways, Mary, I have another
Okay.
person. And
Okay, I know. I'm gonna move.
Thank
I'm
you.
not gonna do anything till I get an answer.
Of course.
But really, it's very
Oh,
difficult.
I'm sorry, Maria. One
And
thing
if they
too.
do want the letters, I
Right.
will bring
Do
them.
need to have you sign right here.
Mhm. See, I just found this, the 2 days I had it to prepare, because it was different letter, and when everything came in, I wasn't. I had 2 days to prepare for today, that's it. Otherwise, I would have gotten the letters like I did last time.
Mhm.
But if I have to, I will get it.
Thank you. All right. Well, I hope you both have a great rest of the night.
I hope you
I
have,
hope you do too.
I hope you
Thank
have
you.
fewer pain in the ass than me.
No, we have 900 of them, so.
What?
We have 900 appeals this year,
Yeah, it's a lot.
That's a lot.
and we're volunteers.
Volunteers. I know what it is, because you have to do a case or 2 a year, so they don't look at you like you a lawyer that only is there for money and not.
Oh no, I'm in pharmaceutical sales, so I'm
What is that,
really
yes.
different than
Pardon?
this. All right, we're looking at appeal number 467. The property you are appealing is located at 171 Lookout Drive South. Can you state your name for the record?
Stanley Bernal,
Great, thanks. And you're the owner of this property?
I am with my wife.
Great, thank you so much. So the town currently has your property appraised at $956,825, and you're asking the town reduce your appraised value to $900,000. Is that correct?
Yes, it is.
Great, thank you so much. If I can have you sign the top line for me here. Brilliant. Thank you so much.
Oops. Okay.
Oh, you're fine.
You're saying right. That was 467.
Yeah.
Because I submitted the work by email, I don't have a stamp appeal number. Should I write that onto my application?
Yeah, you can.
467. That's the number that goes up in this quarter?
Yeah.
Okay.
Oh, yeah, it should be.
Yeah.
Okay.
Right. Oh, somebody did stamp it from the printout.
Yeah.
Great.
All right, brilliant. So what do you have going on here?
Okay. First, I just want to point out the notice of hearing actually put the wrong
Yeah, we've been seeing a
address,
few of those.
and Evelyn said that,
Yeah.
you know.
That's been the issue of the day, apparently.
Okay. So you want me to start my spiel, if I can call it that?
Yes.
Okay. As background, this is a 109-year-old home. It was built in 1917. My wife and I bought it in 1970. We've lived there 56 years. Early on, I did a lot of the maintenance, and I had some income. I could afford to keep it going. But I'm now 88 years old, long retired, living on, my retirement savings. In the meantime, unfortunately, the house continues to deteriorate. I think it's called deferred maintenance, but it's in bad shape. And I think that the town's valuation doesn't fully reflect the deteriorated condition. So I'm going to talk about the deterioration and its condition. I also have a bunch of pictures that I'll show you or leave with you. I think I'll hold the pictures toward the end to make sure I don't run out of time.
Yeah, you're fine.
I have a 3-page statement, and I'll leave this with you as well.
I have it.
Is that the one that I sent in? Yeah, more or less identical. Right.
Yeah. Yeah,
There's a
so-
reference to a JPG and such a bit. Sorry. Anyway, there are all kinds of problems. For example, this house is 109 years old, and it still has the original electrical wiring, and some of it I've actually had to shut off. Certain one room and its adjacent bathroom, I no longer have, the power to because I can't take a chance of something happening. The hot water boiler is over 75 years old. The foundation now appears to be settling. The whole series of things. There's a foundation block which is shifted. I'll show you a picture of that. One wing of the house seems to be settling, and so there are cracks running down the middle of a line of tiles. The door bolts don't match the door lock. I don't know what the inside is.
The jams, yeah.
The jams, because of the shifting that's going on. Another example is that the stone rear steps leading up to the rear door to the kitchen. One of them is now struck and tilted, and it's a huge granite stone block, and that can't be fixed except by bringing in major construction equipment. Just an example. In terms of the exterior, it's a wood with a lot of stucco and as well as stone, and broken and missing chunks of stucco. I used to be able to get that repaired in part myself at lower points, but I can no longer climb ladders, and in part by craftsmen who knew how to do it. I can't find any craftsman anywhere who will do this kind of work on this 109-year-old stucco.
Yeah,
Beautiful
the house was built
stucco.
in 1917.
Yeah. Also, exterior woodwork and window sills are rotting. I'll show you pictures of that. The pipes were built to remain in place for 100 years and then to fall apart or something. The pipes are running through concrete. I'll show you pictures, as well as inside of walls. And so any repair is a major thing. In one case, at least, recently, we had heating in one of the bedrooms, and the repair work would be so extensive to tear down concrete and walls that I just had them cut the pipes, and I no longer have heat to that room. We use electric heater. There are leaks into ceilings. Beautiful living room ceiling, which has just been destroyed by leaks. I'll show you pictures of that. Molded mold, unfortunately, is a problem. Some of the other things, there are several outbuildings which are totally destroyed over time. The heating pipes are asbestos covered in the basement. They will have to be replaced, of course, in terms of the asbestos. We have things like an entrance portico with a concrete roof. There's a lot of concrete that went into this house, and now it's leaking. The mortar is falling apart, and I'll show you pictures of that as well. So, and the list could go on, but the point is really bad deterioration. Now, 5 years ago, I had William Ravis look at the house, and they said that to bring it up to a reasonable selling condition at that point, 5 years ago, would cost $350,000. Since then, further deterioration and the inflation in repair costs between 2021 and 2026 adds to it. So it would cost at least $500,000 now to get this even greater deterioration fixed and the house brought up to a sellable situation. And let me show you what that means. I'm sorry, am I going too fast?
No, you're fine.
Okay. What that means, I try to estimate what that would mean in terms of what is the fair market value.
Yeah.
I took the three neighboring homes, which are, there are four neighboring homes in total, three on the street and one backed up against me.
So are these sale prices or appraised
These
prices?
are the town's valuation.
So not sales prices, okay.
No, these are the town's. I can't find any sales. I looked all over the place. I can't find any homes that have deteriorated like this and comparable and so forth in the last 5 years, which it said in the instructions you should look for. I couldn't find any. But these are the town's own appraised valuations of three of the four closest homes. The other is much bigger. It's over 6,000 square foot. So these have the same land size, roughly, and about the same age. They're all built between, say, 1915 and 1930. All nice homes, and they all have a total valuation in the town averaging $1.4 million, or if you follow on.
Yeah.
Okay, so if this costs to get to their condition and pay over $500,000 to get to a valuation of $1.4 million, it means that my home today would be worth $900,000 or less. $900,000. If it was, let me rephrase the story. Take $1.4 million, subtract $500,000 to get to that condition. Says today my house might be worth $900,000.
The $500,000 you're coming up with, is that the house you're saying?
I'm saying that the total valuation of the land plus the improvements is currently put at $960 or something on my house, and I think that's overstated. And the total valuation should be $900,000, because if you take $900,000, you add $500,000 of improvements, would bring you up to what the town is saying houses like it are worth on my very street, $1.4 million.
Yeah.
That's how I arrived at that, because I couldn't find any old deteriorating houses.
Yeah.
But let me put it another picture.
Yeah.
The house right next to us 10 years ago, right next to us, was in a deteriorated condition. Not as bad as mine, but was deteriorated.
Yeah.
For 2 years they tried to sell it, and they failed to sell it, even though the market value at that time should have been $800,000 in good condition. They finally sold it for $460,000. Okay.
Yeah.
And they sold it to a builder because they could not find any home buyer who would pay anything for the house. So that builder bought it for $460,000. He renovated it. It took him a year, and a year later he sold it for $770,000. Still somewhat under market value, but you can see that there's a huge gap between.
Do you know the number of your neighbor?
Absolutely. It was 32 Lookout Drive South.
Oh, that's the first one you have listed.
Yeah.
Okay.
Okay.
So that's your neighbor.
Yeah, and it's on and after being, by the way, and those neighbors, it's been through 2 sales since, and the town is now listing that house at $1.3 million plus.
Yeah, I showed the sale price on that was 1.2 for that property in 2021.
Yeah, but if you go further back in time, which I have all the records to be able to look at, In other words, that house sold at $460 in 2016.
2016, right?
In 2016. Then was resold after the builder renovated it to $770.
Yep.
And then since then it's been sold twice more, at least once more, I think twice more.
1.2.
To where you are now.
Yeah.
And currently the house is valued by the town at 1.3.
Yeah.
And that reflects the last couple of years.
Yeah.
Now, another way of looking at this is that any builder who would buy it to renovate it has to have some margin for his own risk and profit.
Yeah.
So he's not going to pay more than $800,000.
Yeah.
So in reality, while I'd say this is worth $900, it might really only ever sell at something like $800 in order to get a buyer to buy it. So I want to continue.
Yeah.
I have all kinds of pictures I'd like to show you, but first I want to talk about one other aspect of it, which is what you might call equity or equitable treatment. That is that two of the four neighbors who are around, their homes have gone up according to the appraised value by about 15%. These two homes. Okay.
Yep.
My home was raised 23%. The only two homes that were anywhere near like that had major changes made to them, and therefore was added. There was one which built an addition, and that accounts for them going up 27. Another did very extensive interior renovations, which is why they went up 21. My house had no such things. In fact, it deteriorated further. So my argument would be that rather than my house going up, the further deterioration should push that value down, which might be offset by some inflation to come to a net zero.
Yeah.
So I would say, the assessed valuation of the improvements should be no different than it was 5 years ago, because it deteriorated further, but inflation might bring it back to where it was, 169. It certainly shouldn't have been raised by 23% on the improvements.
Yeah, and it's all based off, when we're looking at any kind of assessment, it's all based off sales prices for that year.
Yeah.
So, like, when we have a reevaluation year, we take all the sales data, and that's how we come up with our figures, right?
Yeah.
Or that's how the company does.
Right. And I know that our neighborhood in general, because all the homes except for mine have had all kinds of nice things done to them, that the land itself has increased. We had a big hit on the land.
Right, because your land,
your
land is at 747.
Yeah.
We have that.
Yeah. That hurt. And there's nothing I can do about that. The land is the land. I have to accept I live in a nice neighborhood, even though it's right next to Bridgeport. Okay. So my major argument is fair market value should reflect the deteriorated features. So I'm going to just take you through some photos, and I'll leave them with you, if I may.
Yeah. Okay, I have that one.
These would be much better. Yeah. Okay. Like, I don't think you have, this is the portico I mentioned.
Yeah.
If you look at it, this is a concrete roof. Okay. And now it's all deteriorating, and water's coming down, and little bits of concrete fall all the time.
Yeah.
That would be one example. Yeah. Okay. This is an example of the foundation stone shifting. You can see how far I filled it in with concrete twice over the years, but that doesn't mean that it's going to reach. Here's some examples of the stucco breaking apart and missing in various places. You can see where I did have repair work done in the past, but I can't get those people anymore. They're gone. They're dead.
Yeah.
Some other examples.
Hard to build like they did then.
Yeah. I'm sorry?
It's hard to build houses like they did then.
Yeah. Rotting woodwork along the base of the house.
Yep.
I don't know if you could see in the picture.
Yeah, it's better. The colors are better.
The idea of the pipe, this is concrete. The pipe is going up through the concrete. If I have to replace that, it'll be what they tell me. Well, we're going to have to almost blast to get this out. Heavy-duty drills and all this. And that's why I didn't fix the heating that going into one of the bedrooms, because it was going through concrete and then up through a wall.
That's a sewage pipe, right?
Yeah. This one happens to be a drain pipe, but these are heating pipes.
Oh, got it. Yep.
Okay, and they're going in through the same kind of problem. Okay. This is an example. I don't know if you had a picture of it that showed beautiful ceiling, copper ceiling, I think it's called, and you can see the damage that's come from that.
Yeah.
This is another bedroom ceiling.
That's the only one I did not have.
Okay. I don't know if you had this picture of,
Oh, no, I did anyway.
of one of the outer buildings.
That one I don't think I had.
That-
Oh, yes, I did.
That's a little, it was, I used it at one time as a garage. It may have originally been a little boathouse.
Yeah.
Or something, because it could only fit us, you know, a compact car.
Yeah.
It wouldn't fit a regular car. And I have a bunch of others, just random, I'm going to bring along on both sides. You don't have these, I don't think.
No.
Now, you have some on the back, maybe, like a wooden sill, but you
Beautiful.
don't have these. I'm just trying to
Yeah.
give more examples of better way to see some of the ceiling. This is a bedroom ceiling, beautiful windows, and under those windows is the portico with that's falling apart.
Yeah.
That's another example in a bathroom of ceiling mold. This is you can't really tell, but this is a door where the lock and the
Can't match up.
don't match up.
Yeah.
More ceiling damage. So
Yeah.
I give you all of those as well as supplements.
Thank you.
Obviously, I'm going to give you these, although you may have them already.
Yeah, I have those.
You want me to leave you again,
Yeah, that's
David?
fine. No, unless you have something that's changed, so I don't know what we have.
Well, I changed a word or two. I put in the name of the real estate estimate as opposed to saying a real estate estimate.
You can have
Just
whatever.
to show that,
Yeah.
in a sense, it's more real. These are the two attachments that came with it.
Okay.
Okay. Do you need these, which is the cover letter and the property card?
No.
You don't need that. Okay, so I'll take that back. So, I think, do you have any questions that you want to ask me about this?
No, I mean,
I mean, the most basic question is, why'd you let this happen? Unfortunately.
Fine. So next steps, what
Yeah.
ends up happening is I take whatever you said today,
Yeah,
I put in my notes, I present it to the board
Yeah.
for deliberation session for consideration and vote.
yeah,
You'll be notified by mail of our decision within 7 days of when we make that decision, so probably before May-ish.
yeah,
If your appeal is denied, you can come back again next year. If you're granted a reduction, you cannot appeal again until the next reevaluation in 4 years. If you don't agree with our decision, you can take the next steps and appeal your decision in court. Instructions on how to appear in court will be in your decision letter. All right?
okay. Thank you very
Stan?
much.
Great meeting you.
Thanks for the time.
Of course. Thank you for coming in. Look, we're even out of here right when you're supposed to be here.
Oh,
So you saved some time there.
okay, good, good. And I'll tell my wife to turn on the oven. So we can have dinner.
Sounds good. Thank you so much, Stanley.
Yeah.
I know it's cold out there still. It's not cold today,
no,
right?
today was a great day.
Great.
Everything considered, the sun shone.
I know.
You know, I have
We try. We try. We know it's a long day for you too.
No, it's all good. All right, great. So now we're looking at appeal number 469. The property you're appealing is located at 222 Melody Lane.
Mhm.
Correct?
Can you state your name for the record?
Angelo Maragos.
Great, and you are the owner of the property?
I am.
Great, the town has your property appraised at $406,100. You're asking the town to reduce your appraised value to $380,000. Is that correct?
Yes.
Great, thank you. If I can have you sign this top line here. Brilliant. Thank you. All right, great. So what do we have going on today?
All right, so we brought some material here that hopefully can shed some light on why we think that we're lower than the other units that exceed $400,000.
Okay.
And we brought what I'll call two comps
Okay.
with us. These comps are approximately the same square footage as our property.
Right. These are for your copy, for you to keep.
Yeah. Okay, great.
Did you highlight these, Debbie?
Yeah, so, can I speak in addition, along with him?
Sure.
All right.
I mean, not supposed to, but whatever.
Right. Well,
So-
we're just highlighting
Yeah.
or pointing out the fact that these properties, first of all, they closed, which is when they sold.
So they closed in this one's 2023. Not many have sold in that complex. And then this one just closed, like literally just closed.
So should we pay attention to the appraised values or the sale prices?
Well, we're going to get into that in
yeah.
a second. I think the point here is that the sales prices of these properties reflect that
This one's for, yeah.
reflect that these properties or the condition of the interior had more amenities or better quality than ours do. So if we went to sell our property, we couldn't compare ourselves against this or this because, for example...
Can I start?
Mm-hmm.
So this one here, same square footage, same amount of bedrooms, bathrooms, and everything. This one has a finished basement. So they have finished off the basement completely, hardwood floors throughout, bathrooms are updated.
Okay.
And that always has, the hardwood floors, obviously the finished basement raises the value of any property.
Yeah. And the sale price of this one, so I'll look at the field card of this
Yep.
too. So the date, I mean, is it outside of the...
So I tried because, like I said, it was hard.
Yeah,
So this was...
Yeah, what's comparable?
So this was,
2023.
yes, close date 11/14/2023.
Yeah, for 420. I see it
Yep.
in this now.
Yeah,
So,
I wasn't going to pull anything from prior to that because I know you guys are going, your assessment's going from around that time period.
we're going for 2025.
Mm-hmm.
Right,
Right.
but nothing sold in 2025
Yeah, and that's how we kind of base
and 2024.
No, you're totally fine. So just bear with me. So the
Yeah, of
sales
course.
price is $420,000.
Mm-hmm.
With a sale date of 11/15/23. And you're saying that so with this property specifically, what's the case you're making with this one as far as like they're better?
Oh, yeah, they're finished basement,
Okay.
so that's living space then,
Okay.
because it's been
Right.
finished off. There are hardwood floors in the unit,
Yep.
and bathrooms have been updated.
Okay. Okay.
So I'm going to tell you, I'm a realtor.
Yeah.
So I've been inside these places. It's not just going off of what was on the MLS.
Right. Okay. And then you want to look at the other property
So
too?
the other property literally just closed a day ago. Same size, same square footage, the whole 9 yards. But again, this one is, they really had done it up with hardwood floors throughout the entire unit. So all the floors, including the basement, which is finished, all has hardwood floors.
Yep.
Kitchen is newer. Bathrooms are in very, very good condition.
Okay.
I tried to take a look at mechanicals, but unfortunately they didn't have the property disclosures, online, so. Well, those for you too.
Right, so if our property was on the market at the same time these properties are on the market, they'd jump over ours because these are more finished. And they
Yeah.
have more livable space. If you've
Yeah.
got a basement that has hardwood floor in it, you can make that a TV room.
Yeah,
a
it's not
family
even
room.
just the basement, there's hardwood floors
Right,
throughout.
throughout.
Yeah.
So nobody's gonna pay, $420 for ours, if it doesn't have the same upgrades
Right.
as these do.
Yeah, and it's all just kind of, so I mean, you're only looking at, the interior anyways. Now, you said it just sold, because
Yeah.
it's not hitting the field card yet,
Oh, that's
so
what you
that's
got me.
why,
That's what you got me.
because I just need
So-
to verify it's a qualified sale.
What does that mean, Paul?
So town records, like qualified, it's as long as it's not a fair length arm's transaction. Like, for example, if someone was like selling it from a trust, wouldn't it be a qualified sale?
Close
Just
date,
paying for the land.
3/2/2026, so it was 2 days ago.
Yeah, okay.
May have not hit in the public record.
No,
No,
'cause
it
the last
hasn't
one we
been
have
yet.
is 12-1.
And that 12-1 was a one-bedroom.
Yeah, and actually it shows as an unqualified sale for some reason, but anyways. Okay, so then sale price. So what was the price?
Sure, this one sold at $455.
Did it hit Zillow? Do you know, like the actual?
I don't like Zillow. I don't go by Zillow because I've had the multiple listings.
I'm just asking for if it was actually shown as a line item as
I
being sold.
do not know, to be honest with you, because again, I don't use Zillow.
Because when I present, I just need to make a
Mhm.
case that it's a qualified sale because it's so recent.
Let me see. Hold on.
I'm just trying to pull for you. Okay, so it does show March 2, 2026
Okay,
for
so,
$455. That I just needed something.
No,
to,
I understand. So Zillow, I
to
know
go
that
off of.
Zillow has started pulling off the multiple listing service. So once it hits the multiple listing, it usually goes on to Zillow.
I normally rely on the field cards for all the data.
Absolutely.
Just
yeah.
because.
Yeah, because people put in whatever they want to put in.
But I just, because it's not on the field card yet for 288, that's why I need to pull from something.
I respect that.
Sold price, 455. Sorry, I'm so quiet. I'm just making
No,
sure I have all
no,
your notes in
we
here.
understand.
Yeah, I mean, as condos, it just comes down to the interior. How well are they,
Yeah,
you know?
Right.
How well are they,
yeah, it's pretty cookie cutter with condos.
Yeah, so
Yeah.
the outside isn't gonna draw the person in, it's gonna be the
Yeah.
inside and what amenities, what quality.
And you know, we took a look at Off Vision Appraisal, the sales search results that are connected with our property, and I understand that they're pulling condos from like all over Fairfield. So, and you can't really do that. You've got to stay within.
Yeah, and I mean, when they were looking at the revaluation year, as hard it was for you guys to even find comparable sales, we're pulling from sales data for a year,
Correct.
right?
Correct.
I shouldn't say we.
No, I know.
Yeah.
You're part of the organization.
Right,
Understood.
we're all volunteers, so anyways. Anything else you'd like to add in? So you have the two comparable sales for
Right.
yeah.
Right. So we can tell you that, you know, at our unit, there's laminate floor. On the first floor, it's all laminate.
Kitchen's gotta be like 10 years old.
Kitchen is 10 years, but more importantly, the sliders are old.
Right. The sliding
Doors, both in the primary and the downstairs, those all have to be replaced.
Yep.
Basement is not finished.
And the bathrooms are not,
And the bathrooms
upgraded.
need updating.
Right.
Anything else?
I think that's about it.
Good.
Some of the appliances are older,
Right.
yeah.
Yeah. No, and I'm familiar with that area too. So for next steps, I'm going to present your petition to the majority of the board members for a deliberation session for consideration and vote. You'll be notified by mail of our decision within 7 days when we make that decision. If your appeal is denied, you can come back again next year. If you were granted a reduction, you cannot appeal again until the next reevaluation in 4 years.
Okay.
If you don't agree with our decision, you can take our next steps and appeal your decision in court. Instructions on how to appear in court will be in your decision letter. All right?
Understood.
Okay. All right, great. We are looking at appeal number 470. The property you're appealing is located at 930 High Street. And can you state your name for the record?
Yes, Attorney Mark Midland on behalf of Avellino Properties LLC.
Great, thank you. And I'm assuming you're the owner of the property?
They are.
They are.
Yep.
Got it. So you're representing. I'm sorry.
Yep.
The town has the property appraised at $725,600, and we're requesting the town reduce the appraised value to $600,000. Is that
That's
correct?
correct.
Great, thank you. I know you're an attorney, so I don't have to swear you in, but if I can have you sign.
Sure.
Here. Yep. My attorneys always have to go.
Oh, that's true.
Always. Great, thank you so much.
Have you been getting a lot of appeals?
900
Wow.
this session. Not me personally.
No, but that's a lot.
That's a lot. But anyways, what do you have going on?
All right, so here's basically what we have. We have a property at 930 High Street that is 78 years old. The situation is the interior, the basement floods. They have a sump pump set up, but it's not really working that well, and it doesn't, even when it's on, it doesn't really eliminate the whole flooding issue. The chimney flashing around the chimney is leaking. The roof, in fact, has been determined that it needs replacement. And most recently, the adjacent land was cleared and a high-rise condominium has been put up, so there's really no longer any privacy for the home.
Okay.
Which obviously would address any...
Was it vacant before?
Apparently. That's what my client is telling me. I didn't get a chance to drive by in regard to that.
Okay.
But it looks like I'm just looking at the photograph. Yeah, it looks like it's isolated out there without so it's just, so basically what we're concerned about is that it went up pretty high, considering the condition and considering that the only improvements that occurred at the property were some cosmetic remodeling inside, and that occurred all the way back in 2019. That's reflected on the field card. So, we had the appraiser took a look at the exterior, and they reported back to us at 600. Do you
have a copy of the appraisal or not?
I don't have the full. Actually, they reported back at 650, but they only did exterior.
Okay.
So the claim is for 600. I can give you that if you want. That's actually the cover sheet that we received.
Okay. This was a bank appraisal?
No.
Okay, sorry.
No.
Why was the appraisal made?
For the purposes of the board appeal.
Got it.
Yeah.
All right.
So obviously, any type of relief that we can get would be obviously greatly appreciated.
Mm-hmm.
I was looking at the field card. There's a huge increase from the most recent numbers that were there.
Yeah. Yeah, I can certainly, if I can have a copy of this, I can just attach it to it.
You can.
Brilliant.
Yeah.
Let
me just see where it went from. Here we go. Sorry.
The field card you're looking at? From
Yeah.
320 to 507.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So that's pretty high.
Anything else you'd like to add?
No, that's basically it. It's based upon the overvaluation. The appraised value, went up pretty substantially. And based upon the condition of the property, especially inside, based upon the condition, the fact that improvements that were done were all the way back in 2019, so they were factored into the previous valuation. There's been nothing new that's been done.
So when you said the renovations,
Mm-hmm.
was that on the outside or the inside?
Well, they put up vinyl siding.
That's about okay.
Yeah.
So
and they had some cosmetics done in the inside, some painting of cabinetry, things like that. It was basically just painting.
Okay.
That's what he told me.
So you just want to make sure I have this right.
Yep.
So you cosmetically made the outside, have the appraisal done for the outside
Mm-hmm.
for 650.
Yeah.
And that was just the outside, but you're also
Right.
saying the interior has like all these issues, like the basement flooding.
And that's the bigger thing that impacts, and that's why we're looking at 600
from the 650.
Correct.
Instead because of got it.
Yep.
Anything else?
Nope. That's it.
Okay.
All right. I
Brilliant.
appreciate it.
No, of course. And so, just so you can let the appellant know,
Mm-hmm.
or the property owners, I'll be presenting the petition to the majority of the board for deliberation session for consideration and vote. You'll be notified by mail of our decision within 7 days of when we make that decision.
Okay.
If the decision is denied, they can come back again next year. If they're granted a reduction, they can't appeal again until the next reevaluation in 4 years.
Okay. And obviously they have their Superior Court action if it's denied.
My next point. If you don't agree with the board's decision, they can take the next steps and appeal the decision in court. Instruction on how to appeal in court will be in the decision letter.
Okay. When is the meeting just so I have an idea on time frame?
So when we finish all the hearings at the end of the month, then we'll start scheduling deliberations.
Okay.
So they'll probably won't know until maybe, I would say, May.
That's what I'm thinking too, because you're going to have your meeting probably in April. Yeah. All right. Sounds good, just for timing purposes. It's usually always May.
Yeah.
That's when it gets further activity. But
and I still think even with the amount, we'll still be able to get it by May.
All right, sounds good. Perfect. My card's here that they need to communicate back with me, but otherwise you already have my contact information.
Yep, I have copies of all of this if you want
them
back.
Okay. They had asked for it as part of the hearing notice.
I mean, I can attach it. It doesn't matter.
Yeah, bring it. Put it together. It's fine.
Okay.
Very much. Very good. Thank you.
Nice meeting you.
Pleasure meeting you as well.
Have a good rest of the night.
You too. You're all done tonight. They gave you the night shift?
No, it's all good.
Yeah. Take care.
Take care.